What is up, everybody out there at HeroClix land? This once again is Scott Porter back for day number 3 of our brand new HeroClix unboxing series for the brand new Marvel set, Spider-Man Beyond Amazing. And so far, it has lived up to its name, Beyond Amazing. We got an incredible super rare yesterday in Vulture. We've seen 2 super rares so far. We've seen equipment. We've seen a mystery card with Spider-Man Noir. There is a ton going on in this set that I wasn't quite expecting. We did the play-at-home kit for Spider-Man yesterday. We'll do the Miles one today, and we got some of the new terrain markers. And I wasn't sure how we were going to be getting that, so that's an answer to one of the questions as we go into this next phase of HeroClix. And the character selection's been very, very cool. I'm hoping for more. I really want the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, Sinister Six, since on the outside we see all these different versions of the Sinister Six. You know, just characters that were peripherally part of the Sinister Six here and there, we are picking up, you know. There are still some very substantial Spider-Man enemies that we haven't seen. Whenever I see Sandman, I think Hydra Man. Whenever I think about the Sinister Six, of course, Dr. Octopus, who we have not seen yet. But then there's those characters that weren't always a part of the big, you know, villain crews. You know, your Green Goblin. A lot of people think like Green Goblin was, you know, the Sinister Six was always a part. It wasn't. It wasn't a part of that original incarnation of the Sinister Six. But Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, Demogoblin, all the goblins were all a part of Spider-Man's mythos over the years. So I'm hoping to maybe pull some goblins. And yeah, I mean, as far as the heroes go, who knows? Are we going to get Silk? Are we going to get Spider-Girl? Where are we going with the heroes here? We've gotten some really cool versions. I know we're getting SPDR because we saw Penny on the back of one of the bystander tokens on day 1. So I'm hoping we pull that. That being said, let's just crack into today and see what we get. Once again, we're coming to you from Hyper RPG Studios in Studio City, California. And the set releases on March the 29th with the pre-release happening on March the 15th. Let's see who we can pull when we get our hands on this set. All right, let's see. Ooh, yes, okay. Okay, we've got a police officer who we know can be spawned by Kingpin, which is pretty cool. If you haven't watched days 1 and 2, go back and watch them. I think day 1 is when we pulled Kingpin, and we saw that he could kick cops out because, you know, he's got them in his pocket. Here is a Hydra Man. Really interesting paint job on this guy, and we'll get a closer look at him when we put him on the spinner. But I was expecting maybe the translucent, but they really went like bright blue on that water effect there. It's pretty cool. Okay, we've got Prowler. If you never read Ultimate Spider-Man, Aaron Davis, Miles Morales' uncle, the Prowler there, who has since come into our 616, has become Iron Spider. So I think that's the Prowler from the Ultimate Spider-Verse. There are other Prowlers that have been in the 616 for a while. But then we got Mysterio, and man, that sculpt is something else, folks. Oh my God, that's amazing. Old Fishbowl Head is so worthy of a great sculpt, and there he has it. And then we got Shocker. Shocker. Yep, one of the more, I don't know. It's Shocker. Anyway, one of the more bland of the Spider villains. I don't know. Do we got any Shocker stans out there? Tell me in the comments below if you're a Shocker stan. Like, he is one of the greatest villains of all. He's just one of those guys that you're like, oh, dude, this character's here. Oh, this guy's here. Oh, Shocker's here. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You guys tell me why I'm wrong in the comments below. Oh, cool. Okay. We've got another one of these hint cards. And of course, you've got this QR code so you can find places to play and stuff. And I'm just going to put this down so you guys can read the hint. I feel like the last couple of days, I've read the hint out loud, and I'm doing it for myself. But these things really show you synergy. This one is Hydra Man, and it's Rhino. Yes! I'm super excited that we're getting a Rhino. I have to pull Rhino. I have to pull him. This is really cool, though. It talks about Rhino's rally trait, letting him deal damage by breaking through blocking terrain. And if you build a team with him and Hydra Man, you can use Hydra Man's barrier to create blocking terrain for Rhino to charge through. That's really, really cool. Even better, with Rhino's super strength, he can pick up one of Hydra Man's blocking markers, and when he charges, he can do even more bonus damage. So again, kind of telling you how to do the synergy here and keying in new players who might not see these synergies right away and helping them figure out what pieces play well with each other. I think that's a really cool addition to these boosters. Okay, if I'm going to give him such a hard time, I'm tempted to start with Shocker, but we're going to start with the generic. Here's the police officer. Okay. Police officer. Look at him, he's pointing at you. Get your finger out of my face, sir. He has detective and police keywords. He's set number 3, comes in at 15 points, and of course has the police team ability. When adjacent friendly characters make a range attack, modify the target's defense by -1 if the target is within line of fire of this character. He's got some ranged combat expert. He's what, doing 10 attack for 3 when attacking from range? Not a ton if you flip it over. There's not much to see. The Unbelievable Gwenpool is the appearance. I don't know that I read Unbelievable Gwenpool, so I think I might have to go and take a look at that. Man, cops over here on the good guy side, or because we have the Kingpin kicking him out? Let's put him next to his buddy there. That crooked cop over there with Kingpin. All right, now we go with Shocker. And let's see what he can do. Watch him prove me wrong. Watch this dude be like one of the best pieces in the set. Shocker, Magia, Masters of Evil, Sinister Syndicate, and Thunderbolt's keywords. Set number 29 comes in at 50 or 35 points. That dial split happens between clicks 2 and 3. Has some improved targeting for blocking terrain. Has a rally die on 6 for opposing characters' attacks. He can place a token on the card, free, remove one of Shocker's rally dice. If you do, this turn, friendly characters with the Sinister Syndicate team ability have knockback. Okay, that's pretty big because knockback damage is coming back into play. Fall damage is coming back into play with this set. You can knock back somebody off the edge of a building, and when they fall to the next lower elevation, they can take some damage. That's it, though. Sinister Syndicate, team ability. He's got Running Shot. He's got Penetrating Psychic Blast. He can deal some damage. I'm not hating on it. If you flip over the card, you see old Herman Schultz. Not much to see back there, but there's Rally Die. If you don't know how it works, you can go ahead and read it now. All right, let's move on, and let's just stay with the Spider-Man villain theme here, and let's move to Hydra Man, who this sculpt is really cool. I like the paint job on this, man. I was really expecting that kind of translucent effect that they have been really using a lot, but I love the cyclone of waves, the whirlpool that is created at the bottom of this sculpt. That looks so good. I feel like the sculptors at WizKids are like, wait a minute, we get to do like Sandman or we get to do Hydra Man, and they get excited. Look at that. It's really, really good looking. Okay, set number 12. Comes in at 75 or 40 points. That split is happening between clicks 3 and 4. He's got Frightful 4, Masters of Evil, Sinister Syndicate keywords. Has a rally die of 6 for opposing rolls. Shape change. When Hydra Man uses it, after resolutions, generate a water terrain marker. Free. Remove one of Hydra Man's rally dice to place him in a square with one of his water terrain markers. If you do, remove the marker and heal him 1 click. Okay. Liquid form, barrier, regeneration, and toughness is a special defense power that he has. Okay. All right, flip it over. See, he's got that Sinister Syndicate. He's got some Running Shot. He's got some Charge. He's got some Pulse Wave. Now, on the front of his card, the fact that he uses Shape Change and after resolutions generates a water terrain marker, it doesn't say within range. It doesn't say anywhere on the map. So I'm going to guess it goes within 4. It's kind of like our new basic rule. Like all the effects have like a 4 range to them. So I don't know if that's right. Tell me in the comments below if I'm missing something. I don't know where he makes these water terrain markers. Are they have to be within range and line of sight? Or does he just generate one anywhere? Because the ability to pop up out of one and heal a little bit is pretty cool. Okay. Whoop. There goes Hydra Man. Man, you know there's a Spider-Man ride at Islands of Adventure in Orlando, Florida. Hydra Man's great because usually it's down in Florida and you're out and it's so hot, man. It's so muggy You get on the Spider-Man ride, when you hit Hydro Man, they spray you with water. Actually, helps cool you down a little bit. One of my favorite things about the ride. Okay, let's see. Mysterio. Mysterio, this sculpt is insane. And actually, I should have saved it for last, but man, look at this guy. Dude, look at that sculpt. Oh, it's awesome. Old fishbowl head. He's got Sinister Syndicate, celebrity keywords. He's set number 32, comes in at 40 points. Free. Rally die trait. Of 6 for an opposing roll. Free. Remove one of Mysterio's rally dice to generate a Mysterio Illusion bystander. Now, we saw those bystanders on the back of the Dice and Tokens pack on day 1. He's got a special damage power, Master of Illusion, probability control, and shape change. When Mysterio uses shape change and succeeds, after resolutions, you may generate a Mysterio Illusion bystander. Okay, boom. Let's see what these bystanders look like, right? On the back of the card, you can see they've got 4 range with mind control. They've got some poison, super senses, and shape change themselves. Boy, are they annoying. Oof. Every time he shape changes and succeeds, after resolutions, you may generate a Mysterio Illusion bystander. Thank the Lord he doesn't have anything buffing his shape change, or else these things would be everywhere. However, the rally die is allowing him to kick them out as well. So you might have a bunch of these illusion bystanders on the board by the end of any game when you're playing with Mysterio. Very, very cool, that sculpt. I could look at it all day. Okay, that's my favorite sculpt of the set. Hands down. Yeah, I don't think there's any question. Although I do love Spider-Man Noir and Venom, just because like under the lights on this close-up, you can really see like the muscle striation in Venom. And Spider-Man Noir looks so cool with those goggles just popping up out of that black sculpt that he has. Oh, it's so cool. I love it. I love it. Okay, last but not least of this booster, we have Prowler. Aaron Davis, Miles Morales' uncle. Okay, Magia and Sinister Syndicate keywords, set number 25, comes in at 45 points. A lot of lower costed figures in this set, so you're going to be building pretty large teams, and I think that's the point, right? Spider-Man family, Sinister Six, you want to have a good number of team members on those teams. He has a trait, man, everybody has rally die in this set. I wonder if we're really leaning into this for WizKids. Like, is rally die just going to be a part of every single figure? I mean, it's kind of cool because it's letting you take part in every die roll, even if it's not yours. Okay, Smoke Cloud, free. Remove one of Prowler's rally dice to use Smoke Cloud as free. Okay. Silent Stalker. Charge, sidestep, stealth. That's his special movement power. You can see that there on clicks 1, 2, and 3. Flip the card over. Sinister Syndicate. Sidestep, Blades, Claws, Fangs, Toughness, Exploit Weakness, so on and so forth. Do I miss a little bit of why he has Blades, Claws, Fangs? Like, it's his claws, right? Shing, shing. But if it lets me read this card easier because the font's a little larger, and, you know, I can figure out myself why he has Blades, Claws, Fangs. But I always enjoyed that. For people who don't read the books, a little bit more extra description of why he might be having Blades, Claws, Fangs. That being said, still a very good piece. And yeah. All right, moving on. Let's see. Second booster for the day. You know what's interesting is a lot of these characters, because I don't have a specific storyline to pull from, we're all just pretty familiar with a lot of these characters. You know, whether you've seen Into the Spider-Verse, I mean, Aaron Davis at this point has been in the Marvel 616 universe for a number of years. After Ultimatum happened, him and Miles Morales both shifted over to our reality. People thought he was dead. People thought he wasn't. He's a master thief. He becomes Iron Spider, if you don't know that, and he actually steals an entire helicarrier from S.H.I.E.L.D., which is pretty awesome. So his version of the Sinister Six is really, really good too. That might be something that we might be seeing in this set. Maybe Iron Spider, his Sinister Six. That would be really, really cool. I like all the variations that we're getting on the Spider-Man villains. Okay, next. Oh, we've got even more clues in here. Oh, but I think it's, have we already seen this one? Chameleon and Scorpion. Here's some little hints on how to play those guys, and it's giving us clues for the unboxing. So that's why I'm really, really liking these. It's giving me clues on who we're going to see. Chameleon, people might not know. That's Kraven's half-brother. Really, really strange that is the case. But Chameleon being in the set really lets me know that, you know, we've got Chameleon. We've got, who am I looking for here? We've got Chameleon, we've got Boomerang. And in this box right here, we've got another member of their Sinister Six in Speed Demon, who we just pulled in here. So that's really, really cool. Speed Demon, formerly known as the Wizard, you know, Sinister Squadron. We've also got in this booster Mary Jane. We've also got Bullseye. People think of him more commonly as a Daredevil villain, but we've already seen Matt Murdock, so it makes sense that he's in here. Kingpin. They're all connected. Hell's Kitchen is a part of New York, which is Spidey's playground. We have a Prime Spider-Man. That's right. Black suit Spider-Man there. Man, how does he get his leg up that high? Look at that thing. He's kicking over his head. He's like that lady from Saturday Night Live who's 50 years old. And she can kick and lunge and kick. Here we go. The last one is, unfortunately, Hobgoblin. He is not attached to his little smoke trail here, but I'll do my best to try and squeeze him in. Oh my gosh, and he's a super rare. Okay, super rare Hobgoblin. I wonder what Hobgoblin we're going to get here. Is it Roderick Kingsley? Is it Ned Leeds? Is it Massendale? Hobgoblin is a character that's been worn by so many different villains and used to way, way different results. So there we go. Those are the 5 figures we pulled in our second booster today. Let's move right into Mary Jane, Spider-Man's #1 girl, the love of his life. Now, we've had some very effective Mary Jane figures in the past. Let's see if this set's Mary Jane lives up to that. Spider-Man family and celebrity keywords. Set #4 has a rally die that triggers on friendly rolls of a 1. When a friendly character with the Spider-Man team ability, I wanted to say Spider-Man family. The Spider-Man family team ability uses super senses. You may remove one of Mary Jane's rally dice to re-roll it. That's going to be really, really effective for somebody like Peter Parker himself, who already has super senses, because you're hitting at 4, 5, 6. You got a 50-50 shot. So why not pull a rally die to flip a coin for that? So she's a very one-trick pony, this particular one. She's only 20 points. She has some close combat reflexes. She's got probability control. I think that's probably going to be her biggest thing. Why she has probability control, I'm not so sure, actually. She has support as well. So she's a really good little support piece, a really good little pit crew kind of piece for a Spider-Man theme if you are running one of those. Okay, let's move on to Bullseye. Bullseye is super dangerous. I can't wait to see what they've done with him here. Yeah, you see, what has he got? Like a playing card there. He's got a dagger. I mean, he can kill anybody with anything, right? That's Bullseye's whole shtick. Bullseye, Dark Avengers, Sinister Syndicate, The Hand, Thunderbolts, Assassin, Martial Artist. Set #14 comes in at 60 points. Has a rally die that triggers on an opposing roll of 6. When Bullseye makes a range attack, you may remove 2 of his rally dice to replace both dice in the attack roll. Now, remember, that rally die is going to be a 6. He's going to have a 6. If he has 2 6s, you can basically buy yourself a critical hit. Am I reading that correctly? I think I am. That's nuts. You still don't get it, do you? Special damage power. Range, +3. Ranged combat expert. So you're talking about somebody who's attacking from a range of 8. He's got running shot. He's got range combat expert. Man. So a 12 attack, 3 damage, running shot, and a range of 8 with improved targeting, ignoring characters. He can bounce those shots off of any wall. And once again, when Bullseye makes a range attack, you may remove 2 of his rally dice to replace both dice in the attack roll. You remove them. Are they 6s? Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, matching rally die and trait color printed under their trait. Wow, that is nuts. So basically, you can buy yourself a critical hit if your opponent has rolled 2 6s at any point in the game and you have remembered to put the rally die on the card. Because I got to tell you guys, I know you have felt this too. How many times do you forget to put the rally die on the card? How many times do you forget? Tell me in the comment section below. How difficult has it been for you to remember to place those rally die on the cards when you need to do them? Because it happens to me all the time. Okay, Speed Demon, yet another rally die user. Let's get him out there. Oh man, the Whizzer. Look at old Whizzer. James Sanders is hanging out there. He's got Masters of Evil, Sinister Syndicate, Thunderbolts, and Speedster. Keyword, set number 24, comes in at 50 points. Has a rally die on opposing rolls of 6s, free. Remove one of Speed Demon's rally dice to move up to 6 squares. That's free. So you can move him 6 squares, and then he can continue on with his turn, which is especially useful because he's got all that hypersonic speed down his dial. 9 down to 6. Now remember, that 9 might not look huge, but if it's on a 24 by 24 map, that's, you know, a pretty substantial swing. Look at the back of the card there. See what other powers he has. Get an idea of how rally die works if you still need any help with that. James Sanders, and of course, Amazing Spider-Man is his significant appearance. All right, man, the villains are outweighing the heroes in a big, big, big way right now. We need more Spider-Man family to start appearing. We're going to take a look at our prime, I guess, right now. Spider-Man. Okay, the black suit that everybody knows and loves, but Peter Parker did not necessarily love having it on him. Let's look at his card. Avengers, Spider-Man family, symbiote, reporter, and scientist. So symbiote being a keyword for him means he could attach that symbiote equipment that we have seen a couple of times in the unboxing videos. He comes in at 80 points or 50 with that line split coming between clicks 3 and 4. Has a trait, Wall Crawler, which we've seen a lot. Leap, climb, free. Place this character in a square of different elevation within 4 squares and line of fire. There's going to be a lot of elevated on maps, especially when you are picking elevated terrain as your terrain markers at the beginning of the game. Another trait, subconscious crime fighting. Ooh, this is interesting. Free. If Spider-Man has 2 action tokens, give him a costed action as free. What? If you did, after resolutions, deal Spider-Man 1 unavoidable damage. That's the symbiote working on its own and influencing Peter to do something he doesn't want to do. That's a really cool game element. He can keep on attacking. You'll take clicks of damage, but he can keep on attacking. Amid the chaos, there comes a costume. Ah ha ha ha. Special movement power, charge, flurry, and sidestep. That is a direct quote coming from the books. I think that was in Secret Wars. Amid the chaos, there comes a costume. Here we go. On the back, we've got symbiotic fusion, super senses, impervious. Whoa! And protected outwit. Hello. Okay. This guy just got even better. You can't outwit him. If you look there, towards the end of his dial, he's got steal energy. So if he's continually attacking with 2 tokens on him, he can start to, as long as he's landing hits, which he should be able to do if we look at the front of the card with the 11 and 12's attacks on those clicks where he has steal energy. I mean, he should be bouncing clicks up a little bit further every time. This is pretty solid figure. And I love the quote, amid the chaos, there comes a costume. Now, Amazing Spider-Man, man, I don't remember the issue number, is where the black suit first came into play, or where signs that he was going to be changing a costume came into play. But the story goes, as far as I know, and I'm only sharing this because so many people love the idea of Black Suit Spider-Man, but they might not know originally how this symbiote and Peter Parker ended up together. They introduced the idea of it in Amazing Spider-Man, but I believe that Secret Wars was going to be happening later that year, and they had already committed to putting the symbiote or introducing the symbiote in that storyline. And I think that's where the Amid the Chaos costume appears, because in Secret Wars, Spider-Man's suit gets completely damaged. He's a little bit incapacitated. He doesn't really have a way to fight and protect himself and survive in Battle World. And this machine with this like black glob like comes forward, and then it shapes itself to him. He doesn't know that it's something living at the time. He just knows it's this really interesting costume that he has, and he wears it for a little bit, but he starts doing things out of the norm for him. and he figures out a way to get the suit off of him. I think he might use Reed Richards' help or Human Torch's help there. And then the issue that everybody remembers is Web of Spider-Man #1. It replaced a different book in the Spider-Man family of comic books. It replaced something that was brand new, and I have this issue, Web of Spider-Man #1. He's on the front, and it's an iconic cover, and he's in that black suit again, and everybody was like, what is happening? And he ends up shaking it one more time. I think he uses church bells or something to get it off of him, and then they end up storing it. Again, the Fantastic Four is very helpful with that, but then the creation of Venom happens. Later in Web of Spider-Man, you see Eddie Brock start to come along. So anyway, introduction, I think it's so interesting, the black suit, like the history of the black suit, because everybody knows Venom now, but where it was introduced, how it was introduced, and the kind of the politics behind it are really, really interesting to me. Okay, let's look at Hobgoblin. Here's our super rare for today. Let me see if I can slide him on here. There you go. I mean, it kind of looks like it. Yeah, that looks like the smoke blooms out of there, right? That's an easier fix, huh? Okay, there's Hobgoblin. So many people have worn the mantle of Hobgoblin. Let's see which one this is. Set number 45, 50 points. Hobgoblin, Magia, Sinister Syndicate, and Celebrity. Rally die on an opposing roll of 6. Shape change. When Hobgoblin uses it, before rolling the die, you may remove any number of Hobgoblin's rally dice to increase the result of the roll by +1 for each rally dice removed. It still fails on a 1. If you do and he succeeds after resolutions, turn his dial to click number 1. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So he's taken 5 clicks of damage. He's down there on click 5 or click 6. You have a couple of rally dice on. You say, you know what? You're going to try and attack me. I have traded shape change. I'm going to take 3 dice off. You succeed on a 4, 5, or a 6, and you go to full dial to click number 1, and he can't be outwitted. Protected outwit. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Maniacal laughter. Leadership. Ranged combat expert. Hobgoblin ran a Sinister 7, I think, for a little while. He's another one of those characters that, like, people assume were just a part of the Sinister Six, but he's way more than that. And this particular Hobgoblin is Roderick Kingsley, which a lot of people know Hobgoblin to be Ned Leeds, right? Well, the thing is Roderick Kingsley is actually the original Hobgoblin. He is a mastermind, like akin to somebody like Kingpin. He's got his hands in so many pots behind closed doors that you would not even understand his reach criminally. But what he ended up doing was brainwashing Ned Leeds basically to go out in public and be a moron Hobgoblin, and Roderick Kingsley was like kind of behind closed doors. So he put the blame squarely on Ned Leeds, which was a really, really cool thing. That was unveiled much later in the books, actually. So everybody thought Ned Leeds was Hobgoblin for a long time. It actually turns out it was Roderick Kingsley. He was actually in a bunch of scenes in the comic books with Spider-Man, and he has a twin brother named Daniel. And you never knew where the actual criminal mastermind was, and that's what I think is so cool about Hobgoblin. I think a lot of people look at him and they think, oh, he's a Green Goblin ripoff, he's this or that. No, he's way, way, way more than that. I really, really suggest that people go out there and find some of the more seminal Hobgoblin stories and read about him, because he's a really cool, really dangerous kind of villain in Spider-Man's mythos. Okay, we're going to move now into our extra bit today, which is our play-at-home kit with Miles. Okay, same script, same sculpt as the one that we see in the set, but we see a red symbiote in here, like a Carnage symbiote. So I'm interested to see what that is all about. Now, of course, Miles and Absolute Carnage was taken over for a while by a Carnage symbiote. So we have seen Miles get taken over by that red symbiote. I think it's probably why it's in this play-at-home kit here. Let's open it up. We found out yesterday, okay, these are different. We have a 2x1 elevated terrain marker, which we did not have in the play-at-home kit for Peter Parker. We have a bunch of different, these are different size terrain markers. So there is a reason, I guess, to get both of these play-at-home kits. Are they different enough? Let's take a look at Miles' sculpt, which we've seen in the main set. It's that really cool kind of pulling his mask back. But then the red symbiote. I love, oh, the shape of the red symbiote. Oh, no, it's the same. It's just, it looks different because it's so much brighter here. I'll put it on the stand for you guys to take a look at. Okay, and then Miles, of course, as well. Now, while we've got them on the spinner, let's go ahead and take a look at their cards first, and then we'll look at the terrain markers and the map and everything. Yesterday, I think I did it in a little bit of reverse. So let's look at Miles. Miles is set number 98. He's got Avengers, Champion, Spider-Man Family, and Ultimate keywords. He's got Wall Crawler, the trait we've seen a bunch. He's got Venom Punch, Incapacitate. When Miles Morales uses it, after resolutions, deal a single hit character damage equal to their printed damage value. Oh, wait a minute. So if you're attacking somebody with 5 natural damage, you're hitting them with their damage. That is really, really cool. Oh, wow. That is surprising, man. That's great. I love that he's got poison, he's got stealth there. Look at the back of the card. He's got Spider-Man and Team Player. So he's got that boost to super senses, which he has on his first 3 clicks on the dial, as well as Team Player. Really cool. Okay, let's look at the symbiote. The symbiote card. Qualifying name, Carnage. Qualifying keywords, symbiote. So if you have that keyword or that name, you can attach this for free. If you don't, you're paying 10 points. It has an effect, Blades, Claws, Fangs, and Steel Energy. If this character can already use Steel Energy, they instead heal 1 click for each damaged character. Wow, that's awesome. I mean, we've already seen Steel Energy on a couple of guys in this set, and this is going to boost them up in a huge, huge way. So cool. All right, that's it for those guys. Let's take a look now at what the terrain markers are that we get in this set. So, oh my gosh. So yesterday we didn't really have a 4x1 terrain marker. Not 4x1, 2x2. But we do here with this blocking terrain. Really, really cool. And you see again, you know, how far it can be thrown. Active with giant reach, the damage you get when it's thrown or used as a close attack, and how difficult it is to destroy. Now remember, you only have to destroy 1 block of the terrain to destroy it. I think that's how it works. Now correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but from what I understand, you target 1 square of something. Maybe blocking terrain is different. Maybe 1 square becomes rubble, but if you turn it over, it says all debris. Right? So I think you target it once, you destroy it. You got to do 3 damage, but you can destroy this whole thing, I believe. That being said, we got a 2x1 elevated terrain as well, which is kind of cool. We didn't see that yesterday. A lot more blocking and elevated in this particular set that we got with Miles. I want to take a look at the maps and see if the map is different than the map we got yesterday with Peter. Oscorp Warehouse, yes, indoor, outdoor. And the other side of the map we'll see in just a moment, but let me get the warehouse open for you here. Remember, I'm pretty sure it's a 2x2 map. That's where we are headed. Okay, and then construction site, outdoor. So here, if we go to the wide angle, we'll be able to see the whole map. There you go. 2x2 there. Flip it over, you've got the construction site. Seeing a lot of elevated all out here, but remember, you can take more elevated and put it into the middle, right? And with this wall crawler, you can hop down for free off of elevation and then hop up onto another elevation depending on where you put them. So as you place your terrain markers, especially for these Spider-Man characters, you're going to get a ton of free placement on these maps. So very, very cool. That is Miles and the Carnage symbiote for the day. So that is our unboxing for today. Tomorrow we'll be looking at the miniatures game as well as 2 more boosters, and then Friday for day 5 we'll be looking at the legacy cards. All the old figures you guys are going to want to get to make sure that you have coverage for all of the new legacy characters that are coming out when this set releases on March the 29th. Pre-release is going to be March 15th. Call your local gaming stores, your local comic shops, figure out when they're holding their events, and how you get your hands on this set that's shaping up to be, I don't know, beyond amazing. You see what I did there? That's called a callback. Anyway, thank you so much to Hyper RPG Studios for hosting us today. We got Joe back on the ones and twos. Give him a round of applause in the comments below. I got to say thank you to WizKids, as I always do, for allowing me to continue to share these unboxings with you, these sneak peeks. I get just as excited as I hope you are. And thank you again to you for watching. If you guys didn't watch, I wouldn't keep doing it. And it's all for you. It's to give you guys a little sneak peek of each set, and to get people really excited, just like I am right now. I, just like you, am a player of this game for a very, very long time. I'm a fan of the comic books, and there's no game that scratches both those itches to play games and read books the way that this game does. So I'm so excited that you guys continue to go on this ride with me. Remember, March 29th for the set release, March 15th for the pre-release. That does it for day 3. We will be back tomorrow for day 4. And until then, may all your rolls be critical hits. Peace.